Welcome back to Talking Picture. This is episode 11. I'm Jack. This is Sankit. We'll put our letterbox up on the screen. Feel free to like and follow them. I don't know why I said like.
Nice one.
We got a bit of a good episode today. We're talking about the Boys series finale. We're going to talk about the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie and the new horror movie Passenger. So we'll just get straight into the Boys. Non-spoiler thoughts. First off, what are you rating the episode?
Probably around like a 7, I would say.
Yeah, I would say 7 to an 8. Spoiler-free thoughts.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like for the most part, people will be pretty satisfied with it. I wouldn't say it's like I don't really see people being able to like say it's a bad episode.
I've seen a lot of people on TikTok and that saying.
I think that's kind of silly.
I think they just went in expecting a bad episode, which is why they perceive it to be bad.
Yeah. Nice.
But not much you can do about that.
It's pretty solid.
If people don't go in with an open mind to anything, they're not going to like it.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I feel like you get most of what you want. The final showdown here is pretty great. It involves pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
That you'd want there. Except
for one character, but we'll talk about that in spoilers.
Yeah.
And we get a pretty good ending, like satisfying wise.
Yeah, and character wise, I would say.
Yeah. A lot of characters have their like final development, as you'd imagine, for the season. And for the show, actually.
Not I was about to say that.
And yeah, most of it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, do you have anything else to say?
Not really much we can say without spoilers. I say we should go straight into spoilers.
All right. So this is your warning, spoiler warning.
Yeah.
We start the episode off with the funeral for Frenchie, which is quite sad.
Yeah.
Kimiko was a bit upset, as was everyone.
Just a little. Yeah. And in that upsetness, if I'm remembering this right, it's been a day, so might have forgotten it. She blasts Sister Sage.
Yeah, because Sage was rage baiting.
Sage was rage baiting her. And yeah.
That basically just confirmed that the Kimiko has the same power as Soldier Boy.
And that Sister Sage is actually I can't lie, like I'm gonna be honest, like I feel like it's kind of silly how she just instantly becomes dumb. Like I know her superpower is being smart, but like how do you just like all of a sudden like then become like an idiot? I don't know. I feel like that's so dumb to me. Like,
I'm guessing it's the same way like she lobotomizes herself. Yeah, like to make herself feel normal.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But like I don't know. I'm just guessing like the V was enhancing her brain so much she was taking.
Like, I find it so weird that like whenever it's like a smart character, like how do you just like become dumb? Like you're not thinking. I feel like you would think like incorrectly more, but you wouldn't just be like a complete idiot all of a sudden. But anyway, whatever. So Sage loses her V
and then she just fucks off for the episode.
And just fucks off. That's the end of her arc, really. Yeah, she just gets off free. I'll quickly just get. Oh, actually, no, we'll wait. So, I'm trying to remember the order. It's been a day.
It's then the like all the White House stuff. Like we see.
Yeah, so we see Homelander give the White House. Oh, sorry, I'm an idiot.
Use the White House.
Soldier Boy uses the White House to kind of. Huh?
You said Soldier Boy.
Oh, my bad. Homelander gives a message in the White House to all of America, basically saying that he is like a god and all. And just as he's done that, we then see. Am I remembering this right? But Butcher and Kimiko coming straight after that, right?
Well, we see them enter the White House
because it's still recorded. Yeah, so basically they get the information that from the Gen V kids that right? Yeah, they do. That Homelander's gonna be at the White House at whatever time, and they have to kind of strike and all. They don't do anything after that. They just leave, which I think is so stupid. Like, why wouldn't they just stay there and help fight? Yeah. Instead of that, so yeah, as soon as Butcher's done, we see. As soon as Homelander's done, we see Butcher and Kimiko.
We see and
French
and Huey.
No, and
Huey and MM.
MM are both there too, and they both kind of infiltrate the main thing. Wasn't it like off camera? Like they just
we see them go into like the secret tunnel.
That's right, the tunnel. I meant like the inside of the White House.
And then I don't know if this has been in the show before or Gen V. They just had like these like sound wave things that like stopped soups.
Yeah,
has that been in Gen V?
I think it was. I think they had that in the prison in Gen V.
And then we see Ashley.
I'm an idiot. I completely forgot about that.
And then we see Ashley have
Ashley
a
helps them
character development where she like helps save them and then tells them where Homelander is in the Oval Office.
Yeah, you're right. Then we see
Starlight like fight the Deep out of the White House.
So Starlight tries to fight the Deep, and she does fight the Deep, and we see the Deep
die. It was kind of good. I'm glad that they didn't redeem his character. Yeah, because he's had so many opportunities. I think it would have been bad if they redeemed him.
Yeah,
But
so
I'm
he
just
gets
glad they stuck to what sort of person he was.
chucked in the ocean, and then the fish.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. That fish has a name, doesn't he?
No, I don't think so.
No, he
They
does.
were saying like justice.
No,
for
one of them
Ambrosius.
has a name, but I can't remember. It starts with Q.
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm not stopping.
Basically, they were all like screaming like justice for Ambrosius, which is the octopus that Deep killed. I think it was in season 4. He killed
Zenda.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Not QZ.
And yeah, so he just gets killed by all the fish and that in the ocean.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the end of his character. And then we get to see the main fight between Butcher and Kimiko mostly, and then Homelander. So Butcher's basically fighting Homelander, trying to restrain him so that Kimiko can blast him with the thing to basically fry the V out of his system. And during this fight, Butcher's basically just trying. Homelander isn't really fighting as much as he's trying to escape. And at one point, he's actually about to escape, and Ryan comes in finally.
Yeah.
And he helps him and Butcher together are able to finally restrain Homelander. Kimiko finally kind of locks in a little and blasts Homelander.
And then we see Homelander lose his powers, and you can just tell what a
he's just
person.
A pussy.
You can just tell he's literally begging Butcher.
He's begging Butcher to like spare him. He's trying to like fly out, but he no longer has like abilities or anything. And then Butcher beats the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And eventually stabs him through the skull with a crowbar.
Yeah,
it was with the crowbar. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. But yeah, I mean, I think if anyone deserved it, it was him.
Oh, he deserved worse. Than that.
It was so satisfying to watch her. 5 seasons of build up, finally seeing him die.
Yeah, he deserved worse than that.
Yeah,
for all the stuff he did.
Yeah.
And then we get to see. Oh, actually, should we talk about like? I want to talk about this. One thing that annoyed me, was once again the power inconsistency. The whole time Homelander is addressing the nation in the Oval Office, and the boys are being attacked by like guards and that, there's hundreds of gunshots and Homelander just doesn't hear any of them. When in the last episode he hears Frenchie tap the table or tap the wall.
Yeah. But just doing this the whole season. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it gets to a point where you just get sick of seeing it. So I can't even talk about it that much because it's been happening the whole season.
Yeah. I'm trying to like go in order, but it's kind of like hard.
Then we see like a brief celebration. Like all the boys are like having a few drinks and celebrating. Yeah. And then Butcher.
Ashley becomes. Ashley gets kicked out. Ashley gets kicked out of her post.
Yeah, she gets impeached.
That's the word. Yeah, it's interesting. So her character's kind of done. She's pretty happy with how it all ended though. Yeah. Finally being free Homelander.
Exactly.
We have. I think is that all that happens before the time jump? Because after this there's a bit of a time jump.
No, because then Terra.
Oh, that's right. That was last thing before the time jump. Yeah. So Terra. Also, okay. So there's two things. So one, we see Butcher have a conversation with Ryan. And he's basically telling Ryan that now they can kind of like they're all free of V. So after this, with the blast, both all three, Homelander, Butcher, and Ryan are free of V. So Butcher tells Ryan that they can finally leave and start a whole life without having to worry about anything together. And Ryan basically says that he stopped Homelander not for Butcher but just for himself because he knew deep down that his dad was a bad person.
Yeah, and he also thinks Butcher is too.
Yeah, he even says that he knows that Butcher is a bad person and he doesn't want to reconcile with him, which I honestly thought was a really good way of doing it because I like that they kind of had the balls to just be like, no, these guys aren't going to get the ending like that.
Yeah, the happy ending. One question I was thinking of was when Butcher got the compound V out of his system is if the cancer was going to play a role, because obviously Sid didn't have the compound V to stop the cancer from killing him.
I don't think it's like too far-fetched to say Kimiko could have like burnt the cancer out of his system.
Yeah.
If it's going to burn stuff out of your blood like compound V, why wouldn't it just be able to like burn?
Who knows? That doesn't impact it anyways. That was just the first thing that really came to my mind.
I didn't even think of that.
And then unfortunately we see Terra die of natural causes. Which is basically like a representation of Butcher's like last humanity dying.
After this, Butcher kind of like goes to the thing of like, look at everything I've lost because of this. And then that leads him to
take the soup virus.
Go to Vought Tower and kill everyone.
Yeah.
Basically, he wants to release the virus. Huey sees him kind of leave, and he instantly has like kind of knows what's going on, and he follows Butcher there, and he basically what happens is Butcher's trying to release the virus. Huey and Butcher start fighting over it.
Yeah.
And then Butcher is about to
release
the virus, and he hesitates because he kind of, I love this.
Yeah,
I absolutely love
I
it. But
really liked it too.
He looks at Huey and he basically
sees his little
brother, and then he hesitates, and Huey shoots him. Basically, and it's like doesn't kill him instantly, but he does die from that wound.
I think it's a great way for Butcher because you could tell he wasn't going to do it. Like he changed his mind.
Yeah, Butcher. They make it very clear he wasn't going to do it. It's very clear that he was gonna not do it. But even after Huey shoots him, Butcher, like, his life is over. Like he has nothing to live for. And I think this works much better after what they did with Ryan, because now he literally has nothing to stay alive for. So it works to just kind of kill him off here. And he knows I have nothing to live for. I've done bad things. Like, this is it. He even apologizes to Huey for everything that he's basically put Huey through.
Yeah, because basically all of this happened to Huey because Butcher got involved recruited after all of that.
And then we hit a time jump, right?
Yeah, and then we basically just see everything getting wrapped up. We see, what's his name? Blanking. Stan Edgar. We see Stan Edgar take control of Vought
again, which I was expecting. I
was kind of surprised. They kind of just did that very quickly. But
I mean, it'd been a time jump, so it was more off camera than quickly. I mean, it was like a couple months.
I don't know if it was in the time jump. I thought it was before.
This was after the time jump. A time jump, I'm sure.
Then we see MM get married to Janine. Is that her name, Janine? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, and then
Janine was a kid.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what it was.
Yeah, his ex-wife or whatever.
And we see Ryan with what looks to be like living with
MM. I put a big smile on my face.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
I wish they would have set that up like at all. There's zero setup for that. I don't know if I'm just blanking, but I don't remember even Ryan and MM like ever having a real conversation about anything.
I would say maybe in like season 2.
Just like that's nothing. This, I think I love that, and I think I would have loved it so much more if there'd been little like sprinkles of it throughout. But whatever. I think it's definitely right. He's in Butcher's own words, the best dad he knows.
Yeah, exactly.
It works perfectly.
And then we see not Frenchie, Huey and Annie.
Starlight. Yeah, Annie.
Like they basically run like a tech store.
Yeah, which is fitting.
Which is like a full circle moment.
Kind of a full circle moment.
And then we see that Annie's pregnant.
Yeah.
And the kid's name is Robin, which I really liked.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute. Like, good
I heard a lot of people say it was really weird, but like it's not like Huey and Robin broke up. Like she literally was killed.
She was the love of his life. And
she was killed. Like it's not like they broke up.
I don't think it's very far fetched for Annie. Annie knew how much Robin meant to him.
Yeah.
And she obviously has like she has respect, but like
acknowledgement.
She acknowledges that and is willing to help honor Robin's legacy. Basically, that's that's the best way to put it, really.
Yeah.
So I don't see what's weird about that.
Neither. And that's where it ends. Is there something?
And then
I think that is where it ends.
Pretty much.
Yeah, she flies off and then it ends.
Yeah,
so
I feel
they
like
get
we're missing something. But
we might be. I think that's mostly everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much
I
everything.
mean, we're reviewing it. We're not recapping it. So if we miss anything, it's like whatever. We're not the recapping part isn't the reason we're watch the show. But yeah, we're just trying to remember all the key things that we thought. But that's just how it ends. They get like a little call. So we see that Starlight is still fighting crime, which I like to see because, I mean, even when she first joined the Seven, the whole thing was she wanted to fight crime and like make the world better.
And then that speech
it would be kind of odd if she just didn't.
And then I think that speech MM gave to her in episode 7 as well would have helped a lot. And then
so she gets a call.
I do like that she stays a hero.
And then we get like a little quick montage as the credits roll of all the cast and crew.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun. I feel like this would have been a very fun crew to be on.
We were just before we started filming, we were looking at some of the behind the scenes photos they were taking of Homelander's death. Yeah. And it was funny.
You can tell they're just having a great time with it.
It's good when you can tell that like the actors and like everyone behind the scenes is
just
enjoying
putting a lot of love into it. I feel like even if you don't like it, you could respect that like quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Do you have anything else to add?
I think that's it.
All right, we'll move on to the next segment.
Yes. All right, so moving on to The Mandalorian and Grogu. So non-spoiler thoughts, what did you think?
Very solid.
I agree.
I walked out. I spent a whole time in that theater, like feeling like a little kid again, because the last time we got to go see a movie that was Star Wars in cinemas was Rise of Skywalker, which was almost 7 years ago. So we would have been like 11 to 12.
6, 7 around that
So
range.
it was really nice to go and just have a good time. How cute is Grogu?
God, I mean that name.
There's
is so ugly,
there's so many cute moments in that movie.
So many. It's like a montage of like cute shit.
I would pay to watch a 2-hour movie with just him doing stuff like that.
Yeah. I have to say, before we start talking about the movie, I just have to mention this. We saw like in my opinion, one of the greatest marketing moments I've ever seen for the Minions movie. Every single time there was a trailer coming up, before the trailer, we would get like a minion trying, like as if they were in the back trying to like organize like the projector stuff, clicking on a file that would play the trailer, and every single time a trailer ended, you would see a minion come on to like switch to the next trailer, and it was just funny as fuck.
Really creative.
And you see him getting yelled at by his boss and shit. Like it's so funny. And then he fights his boss.
Video.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah. No, so he clicks on the wrong video once, and like a minion showering pops up.
Yeah,
like that is so great marketing stuff.
It was really funny.
Anyway, moving on.
But yeah,
to the actual movie.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I agree. With that rating, I'm probably letting it a 7 too.
Yeah.
It really does feel like the same, like Mandalorian stuff. Like it doesn't feel like it's been changed for the big screen. It's the same stuff.
It's just a long Mandalorian episode.
It feels like a long Mandalorian, like kind of like special episode kind of. And that we mean that in a compliment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it would just work so well. It feels like the same stuff you know and love. But, and I said this to Jack when I left, I'm really glad that it's not really dependent on you watching the show at all.
It acts as like sort of a standalone.
Yeah, you could go into that completely blind. All you need to know is he's a bounty hunter and he's hunting Imperial people. That's it.
And that Grogu's kind of like his son.
Yeah, that's it. Which everyone knows at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't really need to watch a show at all, which is great.
It's very action packed.
I was about to say that,
which we were pretty happy with.
I was about to say that. I feel like to bring Star Wars back to the big screen, I think you need to, for now, at least for the first thing, kind of focus on like what makes Star Wars what it is, and that I feel like comes down to like action, visuals, and like heart. Yeah. And I feel like this movie is like all that. You have this crazy spectacle, like action set pieces from like start to finish. Literally, I was telling Jack as we left, there's like one portion, we'll talk about in spoilers, but there's like one portion of like maybe like 20 to 25 minutes where there's no action, but apart from that, it's straight action, like with like 3 like 5-minute breaks, like straight action.
It's but it works though. It's not like
exactly.
It's not
it's
like
just
you
so
get sick
fun
of
to
the
watch.
action.
It's just like the Star Wars that you love, and it's not lightsaber stuff. Like it's just pure action within like every level. And then there's a good amount of heart there too, especially towards
definitely.
the end. Some really cute stuff.
There's some really good stuff with Grogu.
Touching stuff.
And there's not really much character development like for like
I was gonna say this to you.
Or whatever.
I was gonna say this to you when we left and I forgot, but I felt like this kind of acts kind of like a special in like this. I'm just thinking of this now because we just had this Punisher special, but kind of in the sense where like the plot impacts nothing. It doesn't really impact anything. It stands
feels
alone
like
on its own.
It just feels like one of
and there's
Mando's
no character
adventures.
Stuff here either, like at all.
It just feels like one of Mando's adventures.
Yeah, really. That's it. Like there's no character stuff. We're not taking anyone in a new direction. It just kind of is like its own, like it's a blockbuster. It's like an action blockbuster. Like you go have some fun, and there's a lot of cute moments and some nice heart in there. That's it. And it works in that sense.
Yeah, I hope this is a step in the right direction for Star Wars cinema, because seeing those movies on the big screen is incredible, and I really hope we get to see some more in the future.
There are a lot of movies in development right now, so that's good. The Ryan Gosling one, and then the
that's the Starfighter one, isn't it?
And then
I'm glad they're
one
doing
with, like,
more.
The First Ever Jedi or whatever.
Like the Old Republic one.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm glad they're doing more like outside of like Sith and Jedi, because it's such a big universe.
I can't lie. Do you think this was an interesting risk though? Because like even if they had wanted to like make the first Star Wars movie back like Starfighter, I would have thought that would be like a fucking insanely bad idea. Because like I feel like for now you just need to like remind people what it is they love, like get them seated in the theater and then like just give them like a taste of like remember this. Like, and I feel like if you were to just do that with new characters no one's ever met, there's no lightsabers or Jedi, and what do you can't remind people of Star Wars but then have something they've never seen before. And I feel like for the first movie back, that's why I still think that this was an interesting choice for like a first Star Wars movie in 7 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good.
It does,
So,
it does. It
and
does
at least
what
it's
it needs
characters
to
that
do.
we already know.
Yeah, especially like Grogu's a fan favorite.
Oh yeah, both of them are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love the Mandalorian. I think he's a
Same
really
here.
great character, and he has a great show for the most part, excluding season 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have anything else to say before we move to spoilers?
Not really. I think we just go straight into spoilers.
Yeah.
Alright, so moving on to spoilers.
Yep. This is your warning.
Yeah.
So
we open up with a pretty fun. Okay, I will say one thing before we get started. I think there are several instances in this movie where the CGI is pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like several. I think the opening is one of them.
I thought it wasn't too bad. Are you talking about the
AT-AT
AT-AT stuff?
I think the AT-AT part of it was fine, but I think like that whole snow area looks kind of like shit to me. Like pretty bad.
It didn't look great. But...
It doesn't look great. Which again, it's like a lot of people are like, oh, like it's just CGI, like leave it. But like let me check what the budget for this movie is. Like that shouldn't be an issue. Is what I'm saying.
It should
like,
be
I feel like when there
should
be no issues with that stuff, especially because it's just snow. It's just snow. But anyway, yeah. So this in the trailers, but that whole thing with the AT-AT is actually the opening, which I wasn't really expecting.
Yeah, me neither.
But yeah, so we see basically where season 3 of Mando left off, where we see the Mandalorian basically hunting Imperials for the New Republic. And we basically see him hunt down this one guy. It's not that important to the plot, so I'm just going to brush past it. But we just see like this whole action thing of him and Grogu infiltrating like an Imperial thing.
Which was really fun.
And
it was a great opening.
Zeb is with them too.
I loved that opening. I thought it was
I thought it was great. It sets the tone right. Again, keeps like that action-packed momentum for the rest of the movie. But yeah,
it does a great job with the score as well.
Oh my god! I turned the Jack mid-movie and I was like, "Fuck the score."
You hear the same score. Like majority of it's the same as the show. Yeah, but it's so incredible. Like
it suits like that Western type of vibe so well.
It gives perfectly what you'd expect like a bounty hunter movie.
Yeah,
to be
exactly, and it has like that perfect hint of like that Star Wars thing to it. I think it's excellent. But yeah, I really turned
perfect.
And I was like, "Fuck, I missed this shit."
The score was so great.
Yeah, but yeah, so we see him basically infiltrate this Imperial compound and kill this Imperial leader. And that's it, really.
And then he goes back to like the rebel base.
Yeah, and we see Sigourney Weaver, who's kind of like his handler. I don't know what
she's sort of like the general, and he's just like
she's like a general
following orders.
So like a handler basically, and she gives him like targets, and so she basically gives him this mission to go to.
I can't remember the planet.
It was
Nahat or something.
Nahata or some shit. And he does that. He goes there and he meets with the two twins
that are related to Jabba the Hutt.
I can't remember how they were related,
but I think it's siblings.
I don't think they were siblings.
Cousins?
No, you're right. I think they are siblings.
Yeah,
you're right. I think you are right.
Because Rodda said auntie and uncle, I think.
Yeah. And basically, they are told to, Mando's then told to go to
this other planet,
which I generally didn't get the name of. I can't remember it at all. And find Rodda the Hutt, who is the son of Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
And basically, he needs to bring Jabba the Hutt back to the twins, and in exchange for that, the twins will give him the location of an Imperial leader.
Yeah.
Called Coin.
Yeah, Coin.
Lieutenant Coin or General Coin, whatever the fuck it was, something Coin. Yeah. Basically, yeah. So he goes to this planet. Rodda's fighting in these kind of
gladiator
pits,
and he's loving it.
He's loving it because he's finally getting fame for being himself instead of kind of being despised for being the son of Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. And when we talk about how chill he is,
he's so chill compared to Jabba. Like he was actually a good guy, but
he was a good character. He was shredded.
He was shredded for a Hutt. Like I mean, for anyone, but like especially a Hutt. Goddamn.
Yeah, we basically see him tell Mando that the twins want to kill him,
and he doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, and he doesn't want anything to do with like the criminal empire his dad built.
And so Mando goes to the leader of the gladiator pits, Jangu.
It doesn't matter. It's
Janu.
Yeah.
He goes to Janu and basically tries to buy out his contract to get Rodda out. Rodda says no because he wants to keep. Janu says no because he wants to keep Rodda in because the next fight is Rodda's last fight and he's gonna die by the end of it anyway.
Yeah.
So Rodda doesn't know this, but it's like a never-ending kind of like insanely unfair matchup.
Exactly.
To kill it. Mando then eventually gets captured.
Trying to break Rodda out.
Yeah, that's what it was. He gets captured trying to break Rodda out, and he gets put into the match with Rodda.
He has to initially fight Rodda.
Yeah, he initially fights Rodda, and then
he yields.
Yeah, Rodda realizes that the crowd is wanting Mando to kill him, and then he realizes that like, what fame do I really have? Like, what am I really here for? And then they both work together to fight everyone else in the gladiator pit. The pit eventually kind of gets like the security part of it kind of gets taken down during the fight, which allows everyone to escape.
And we see a lot of monsters like escape, the different aliens, not monsters.
We see Rodder try to escape from Mando because he doesn't want to go back to the twins. There's a really cool like jetpack chase.
That was a great chase scene. I think the CGI on that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was for the most part. I wish it was a little longer, but yeah, it was cool.
And then we eventually Rodder's captured.
Rodder's captured, and then Mando decides. Mando is telling Rodder that he doesn't want to, but he needs to give Rodder to the twins because he needs the location. And then Rodder tells him that Janu, the guy who's running the gladiator pits, his name is Janu Coin. Like he is the guy they're
looking for. So they go to Coin's house.
They go to Coin's house. They infiltrate it. They get Coin.
And they kill a bunch of stormtroopers.
They get Coin. They give Coin back to the New Republic. And then Mando goes to Mandalore. We don't actually even get a confirmation. I'm fairly sure it's Mandalore.
Because like when they showed shots of the planet,
it was completely fucked up. But then there's one area where it looks like it's been kind of like rebuilt.
I'm pretty sure it was Mandalore.
I'm sure it was Mandalore. And while he's over there at night, while he's over there, first he's trying to repair the Razor Crest or that.
He's trying to improve it.
Improve the Razor Crest. And he also gets a gun runner. Smuggler kind of ship to take Rodder away off-world, away from the twins, where the twins can get him. And unfortunately, actually we'll get to that later. But basically, while at night, a Cad Bane rip-off bounty hunter literally looks exactly like Cad Bane.
No, he doesn't. He looks nothing like Cad Bane. He has the same
hat and everything.
Cad Bane's blue, and that's a droid.
Yeah, but he has the hat and everything. He has the hat and like the slim
he looks
figure.
different. I'll put up a photo of the two, and
hold on,
they do not look the same.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. I'll put up a photo.
You're telling me that this guy doesn't look similar to the guy. He even has a slim build, bro. They look so similar.
I'll put up a photo. They're not extremely similar.
Yes, they have the exact same build.
Doesn't matter. I'll put a photo of them.
That's insane. Hey, everyone's agree with me. That's him in full. You're telling me that doesn't look similar to the guy. He even uses his hat like a weapon.
Anyways,
fucking idiot.
Yeah, he basically kidnaps Mando.
He kidnaps Mando pretty fucking easily.
Which was kind of.
I don't think it's that. I mean, they're both very good fighters.
Yeah, we see that.
And Mando, he gets a jump on Mando.
Yeah.
Mando gets captured. Baby Yoda. I'm sorry, I can't call him Grogu. That name's hard. But Grogu and there's these three. I don't know what the names are. It's like Babu Frick's, whatever that species is. Three of them, which were helping on the Razor Crest. They all escape, and Mando's taken to the twins. He's
taken to the twins, where he has to fight like the giant snake thing.
Yeah, he fights. You see this in the trailer, but he fights like this entire snake thing and like all this shit.
And he gets poisoned by it.
Yeah, he gets poisoned by it. While this is happening, baby Groot, I almost said Groot. Grogu comes to the rescue. And basically saves Mando from demise. And then they're running through the forest. The three Bobby Fricks kind of get out on their little tiny ship, which does not fit Mando.
Was not going to fit Mando.
And Mando basically passes out. Grogu comes and force heals him. And I turned to Jack just before this happened. I said that I think there's going to be some force healing here. Because obviously a major criticism is we've never seen force healing until Rise of Skywalker. This is obviously set before. So I feel like in the project set before that, they should start to try to do it a little bit.
Exactly.
But
but we don't see the force healing fully work because he's still got the poison in his body.
It heals the wound, but not really the poison inside of him.
So we get to see Grogu kind of like become maternal, where he protects Din by like he builds like a little mud hut for him to sleep in, and then he goes to like this guy and keeps stealing his fish.
Yeah, we basically see Mando take like a 20-minute break from the screen, and we see Grogu take over, and it's so cute.
Yeah, it's just 20 minutes of Grogu basically on
trying to heal
survival.
Mando. And by the end of it, he meets another guy who's not very important, but basically he gets a cure for the poison and
then
brings Mando back, and then Mando and Grogu are faced with a little dilemma where they have a choice to either run from the twins or just fight the twins and save Rodder. They choose to fight because like they can't run forever.
Yeah, exactly. The twins will just keep going after them. And then we see, I can't really remember exactly how it happens. They just end up.
They crash the ship. So they fly the ship through the sky. The ship's getting attacked by all of the Hutt's kind of enforcements or whatever. But obviously they don't care if the ship gets damaged because they're not trying to use the ship. They basically use the ship as like a battering ram and smash straight through like the palace. It was called the palace. Yeah, it was called the palace. And straight to the twins. Then, and I think they did this in a great job because towards the end we get to see 3 separate kind of fights going on. So we see. I'm going to start with the least fight one. We see Grogu and the Cad Bane ripoffs dog. He has like a wolf thing, and they both have a fight. By fight, I mean Grogu puts him like in like a little like sleep thing, and then he starts like tickling him.
Yeah, it was so cute. He was just petting it like a dog.
Yeah, we see Rotto fight the 2 other twins. Before this, we see Grogu release him from his restraints, and then he fights the 2 twins. And then we get to see Mando have a rematch with the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And I think this is great because as soon as Mando and the bounty hunter started fighting, I was like, oh, I've been waiting to see this ever since the first fight. I was like, oh, I want to see their proper fight. And then I was like, okay, Rotto's been released. He's going to help in the fight. Damn. And then I was like, Baby Yoda's here. Like, a 3v1, like, I just want to see Mando and him fight, like, hand to hand. Like, I don't want to see a big-ass fight. Slap him with his tail or, like, Grogu use the Force. And then as soon as I was thinking that, they immediately come up with distractions for 2. So, Grogu can't help because of the wolf. And then, obviously, Frodo is tangled up with the 2 twins, and so it kind of leaves them to do their 3 separate fights, which I was really happy about.
I was pretty
the fight with the 2 I almost said Cad Bane with the bounty hunter and Mando is pretty great.
It was very well choreographed.
Yeah, very well. It's like all hand-to-hand combat.
And then ultimately they all win.
Yeah, all 3 of them win.
The rebels end up coming and bombing the palace.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much the end of the
it's pretty much the end. They go, Rotto joins the New Republic, and helps. Zeb also, we haven't spoken about him. He has a pretty solid role here. He has a decent amount of screen time.
Cool to see him in live action, like actually doing stuff, because I know he was in. I'm pretty sure he was in Mando season 3.
I can't remember.
But like he was very briefly in it, but in this we actually see him fighting.
He's like the straight up pilot of like the Razor Crest.
It was pretty cool. It's cool because we've seen everyone from Rebels now in live action. I think after the Ahsoka show.
Did we?
Because we see Ezra, we see Sabine.
When did we see that? Did we see Sabine? Did we see Ezra?
Ezra's, remember at the end of Rebels how he traps Dawn?
Oh no, you're right.
And then they go there in Ahsoka. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we've seen everyone from Rebels, but
that's basically it. Pretty solid watch. It's straight up action packed as shit. Like, and it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Pretty well paced.
Like I said, I felt like a little kid.
Yeah, it's just, I love that. You just put the smile on your face, and there's so many like funny moments. We like a lot constantly.
Yeah, Grogu is the best.
Yeah, it has a lot of heart. And yeah, it's what you'd want from Star Wars, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm glad because there was not a single like lightsaber. There was no Jedi.
It works really well.
But it just proves that you don't need that stuff to make
really
a good Star
Wars. I really
hope
that this does like really well to kind of show
same.
that. And I think it will. To be fair, it's just so like it like I can't imagine like people like like a family's like I want to go to the cinema and they're not picking this.
Exactly.
Like this is going to be the choice.
They're definitely not going to go see Passenger.
Yeah, which we'll get to.
We're about to talk about.
But yeah, I think that's all for Mandalorian. So yeah, moving on to Passenger. All right, so moving on to Passenger. I'm not gonna lie, I'd like half a voice crack there. I could feel it coming, but luckily didn't. No, it's fine. We'll keep that in there. Yeah, so non-spoiler thoughts. Well, first of all, what would you rate it?
I think I gave it. I actually can't remember. I think I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Jesus Christ, I can't remember.
I think I would also 6 out of 10.
I think I would also lean towards a 6 out of 10. Yeah, so non-spoilery. The story is solid. I think the first hour, it's pretty generic. I think the first hour is like decently interesting. I think the last half hour gets a little bit
messy.
Messy would be the word. Yeah.
There's a lot of plot conveniences towards the end.
It's nothing you haven't seen before as a whole.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this is a movie you've seen 1,000 times. Like you could chuck on a random horror movie.
Yeah, this would be pretty forgettable.
Yeah, really. You could chuck this on like Netflix. Like you could chuck any horror movie on Netflix, and it's basically like the same thing. It's just a reskin. You know, there's like a little gimmick added to it. Yeah. And the gimmick here is fine. It's not bad. The whole like thing about traveling and all. It adds something for sure, but I don't think it's enough to really say like this is. It's not like Undertone, for example, where it's like a gimmick that really like stands on its own.
Yeah, or Obsession. Obsession's a bit different.
Obsession is a gimmick for sure. Yeah, I guess.
But I think there's more to.
Obsession is like a completely different movie. I feel like this is just a standard horror movie, but there's just a gimmick to it.
Obsession is a lot more well written than most horror movies are.
Yeah.
Like
Obsession doesn't even play out like a horror movie at all.
Yeah.
So
even like to this day, every day we're talking about so much about Obsession, but we love that movie. Every day I learn more and more about like hints that I didn't even notice the first time I watched it. But we won't go into that. We're not here to talk about Obsession. We're talking about Passenger.
Maybe at the end of the year we're going over our final year stuff. But yeah. So I imagine I'll be at the top. But anyway,
there's some good scares.
There are some pretty good scares. Jack was getting jumped to the loft and pretty often.
I don't know what it is.
There is some great camera work here, to be honest.
They do some. There's one scene in particular where they like basically just spin the camera around.
Yeah, they do a lot of that,
and it was kind of giving like motion blur. It was weird.
Yeah, I don't know if this was our theater. I turned to Jack and I said this, but I was like, "This looks really weird." Like when it was, like it looks so jittery when the camera was. And I turned to Jack and I said, "Like this doesn't look right. Like it looks kind of jittery." And it did. It was an intentional thing. I don't think it was. I don't imagine it would have been.
I don't see why.
I think that might have just been a projector kind of fucking up, but. Anyway, there's a lot of moments where it's kind of like the camera spinning and like something goes out of frame and then the next time it spins back and now it's in a different place. They do that like 3 different times.
Yeah. It's alright.
It's good. Cool. I think it's clever. Cool. They do it in pretty clever. There's a lot of really clever stuff with like flickering lights and stuff like that multiple times. And I think most of that is really great.
There's one towards the end that really reminded me of the Until Dawn movie, which I'll talk about when we get to spoilers.
Interesting. I don't think any of the jump scares really come off as like cheap. Like they're decent. They're pretty
solid.
And the plot is interesting. The main 2 characters, the couple, I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that.
There's kind of like a dilemma they have, which we'll get into in spoilers. I feel like it doesn't really get resolved or like at all in the third.
I feel like we were making jokes about this in the movie, but it's pretty obvious. It would have been mutually solved without even having to talk
we'll get
about
to that. But
I don't think I have anything else to say.
Yeah, neither. I think we'll just get straight into spoilers here.
All right.
Start of this movie, we see basically what all the promotion's been. To be honest,
it's just the cold open. Really.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cold open.
We just see like I want to say just 2 blokes just going for a drive, and then one of them they stop to take a piss, and then one of them dies,
and the other one's driving away, and this strange man is on the road. And there's a jump scare. I'm sure, like most people who know what the movie is.
Yeah, if you've seen the trailer, you know what we're talking about.
It's basically just a cold open. We then get we kind of rewind 6 weeks. Yeah. Which we didn't. You don't really know this until it comes up. But we don't know until the moment. But it's actually 6 weeks before this, where we see this couple.
Maddie,
we see Maddie and
is it Nate?
I don't remember hearing his name a single time.
I don't either.
There's a guy and a girl, and the girl's name is Maddie, and the guy's... We're just going to call him Nate.
We'll call him Nate.
We don't remember.
That's 99% sure that's wrong.
That's kind of a bad sign that we don't remember. But anyway, Nate, if that's his name, has kind of put this idea into Maddie that, like, let's just start new. Let's go on the road. So they move everything. They're clearly pretty wealthy because the apartment is fucking massive that they're in, and the van they're driving in is a Mercedes. Like they clearly have money.
It's pretty like souped up,
and some of the stuff they have in the van,
like it's fully designed.
Yeah, we find out later they have projectors and a whole screen. Like they clearly have a good amount of money. But anyway, so they do this. They start kind of driving around America.
They move their whole life into their van. Which I don't think I could ever do.
Neither. But so they start driving. They're on the road for about 6 weeks. We kind of do see, they're on 6 weeks until the thing I'm about to say, but before this we kind of already get to start to see hints of Maddie not being too happy with being on the road. She doesn't say anything because she does love Nate, if that's his name. I just realized that we're talking about Maddie and Nate here.
I just realized.
I'm gonna double check because now I don't feel comfortable.
Like we should search it up.
I just don't feel comfortable anymore.
I'll check the letterbox.
I'm already checking. All right, his name is. This is the wrong passenger. Tyler. Wow, so you were just completely.
I was completely.
Ty. She calls him Ty. Like, I'm an idiot. So not Nate. Tyler. This guy's. I don't know what's wrong with him. So Tyler really wants to be on the road. Maddie is very clear that she doesn't want to be, but she doesn't want to say anything.
She wants to stay like in love with him, and then we see him propose.
That's before. Oh, yeah, that is before. You're right. Yeah. So we eventually, so we see him propose. You can see it, guys.
Yeah, we see him. He basically proposes, and then they're driving throughout the night. I can't remember where they were planning on going. They were just driving, And then we see the cold opening like sort of happening at the same time. We see the guy driving off, and then he like drives past with the broken windscreen from the start, and then he crashes
into a tree.
Yeah, and then we see the two protagonists
Yeah.
stop to try and help, which is a big no-no in this movie.
Yeah. Apparently being nice is the way to survive is not be nice, basically. Just don't care.
Yeah, so we see
they get out and basically try to help, and in doing so latch this kind of demon to them.
Yeah. And we can tell this by like on the car that crashed, there was these 3 scratches, which is then found multiple times on their car.
Like right in the 2 scenes after this, we see that for the first time. We find out later on in the movie that the sign means like not safe.
Yeah, so it's basically evidence that the demon has latched onto them.
Yeah. So and then, we get several scenes. I feel like with a movie like this, it's kind of easy to talk about because it's just kind of after this a montage of shit going on. So there are multiple instances where the woman Maddie is kind of seeing this guy, this demon, who you've seen him in the trailers already. He's just the guy with the long hair and the creepy face. She sees him like spawning and like despawning, like in like when this is what we were talking about before, with like cameras are moving and things are moving in the back, and lights flickering. He'll show up and disappear, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then we see there's one scene in particular where we were talking about the camera is like Maddie and Tyler were at this like gym, and then Maddie leaves early and starts walking to the car. The van keeps somehow getting further away.
Yeah, so she she's walking towards this van, and then she hears footsteps. Which, by the way, great sound work here. Yeah. You can hear kind of like she hears someone walking behind her, and we as the audience also hear this like someone is walking behind her, and she turns around to look. There's no one there, and she's like, "All right." She looks back at the van, and the van is now like 3 or 4 parking spots.
Yeah, it's like 20 meters further away.
And the first time she doesn't even notice, which I thought was fucking hilarious.
I didn't even notice the first time, honestly. The second time,
how the fuck like are you not noticing that it's moved further away? Anyway, the same thing happens again. This time it's someone running, and she's like, "Fucking, someone's running at me." And she looks around. Same thing happens a couple times. She gets in the van,
and then
there's dash cams, and she's looking through all the cameras, and
she gets jump scared, and then the demon starts choking her.
Yeah,
and then we see this like religious Saint Christopher like necklace thing touches the demon, and it like hurts it, and then the demon runs away,
which is extremely important.
And then we see the boyfriend sort of come in. He says he believes her about the whole
I feel like
thing,
he doesn't really believe her, but he's like kind of open kind of to it, I guess, like maybe what
which we were saying like in the middle of the movie is like crazy. If someone like if he ever said something like that happened to him, I'm believing him straight away.
If he said something like that to me, I would believe him, but I would pretend like I wouldn't, just to really fuck with him. But anyway,
and then we see them go to like a van meet where this other girl, I can't remember her name, Diane, that's it, basically warns Maddie about the demon.
Yeah, in a very if you ever see anyone in the road, like, don't stop.
Yeah, she says not to stop and don't drive at night.
Again, this is what I mean about generic. Like, there's always some older woman who somehow knows all this, never explain how they know it. And they just know. So
and then majority of the time they die like towards the end.
Diane did die.
Yeah.
Towards the end of like the second act. So yeah, after this, after all the shit's going on, Tyler starts to see it too.
And that was a scary scene. Like with the projector.
The first time he sees it as a projector, right?
Yeah.
Do they go to Diane after that? They do.
The first time they see Diane's before that. After that, they go straight to Diane. Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. So so after this, they kind of, it's not important, but there's some stuff going on. Tyler starts to see the thing too, and then they're like, "Fuck, we need to find Diane." And Maddie told Diane that she would be at this like thing in Flagstaff, like this van meet, whatever. And they go there. Diane starts like kind of freaking out, like, "Why did you come here? What's this? Whatever." And Tyler and Maddie are basically begging, and she agrees, like, "Fuck it, I'll help you guys." And she tells them there's this Saint Christopher Church, which is in the middle of fuck all, and no one knows where it is.
Only she could find.
Yeah, but if you follow the signs, you can find it. The signs. This refers to a book and kind of it's called the Hobo Code, and it's basically just these kind of like signs that you look for. They kind of lead you to things that you need or keep you away from dangerous stuff. Which I thought was a fine concept.
Yeah,
it's all right.
It's very convenient towards the end, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. So after this, Diane agrees to help them and is basically killed instantly. And this is, to me, extremely annoying because this shows 2 things. One, that the Hobo rules is kind of just like this will try to keep you out of danger, but nothing's guaranteed. Because she didn't It's not like someone crashed and she stopped or like she just got killed. Like the demon was just like, Diane, you're not doing this. Like you're not helping them. You're done. And he just rips her head off.
Yeah.
And second is it shows that he can just do it.
Yeah.
Like there's no like he can just, if he wants to, he'll just rip your head off. Yeah. And before this, Diane kind of says that like it's toying with you. That's the only reason you're not alive. Okay, fine. Most horror movies have the demon toying with them. Whatever. All right. Now my issue comes in the third act, and your issue, I'm assuming, is in the third act, where they're looking for this church. They end up through insane plot convenience finding the church.
Yeah.
They're basically
they're like put into a trance, like because they're driving throughout the middle of the day because they were told not to drive at night, which is smart. So they're doing what they're meant to do, and they're basically put in a trance, which pretty much just teleports them to nighttime.
Yeah, it's basically as if they were driving, but like they had no recollection that they were driving. Then they kind of just wake up.
And we know that it's not like it just instantly snapped to nighttime because they filled up their car right before they left, and their car was about to run out of fuel.
Yeah.
So they have been driving all day.
And they're now in the desert, which is where the church would have been. And then they run into kind of a sign which has a little logo on it and an arrow. And they were told that this would be kind of the sign.
And then they follow it and find
I don't have too big of an issue with this because I feel like they've established that this code is a thing from like the 1800s. So, I mean, it's not like too insane for me to like believe that like there's a code for like people who travel like that. I do think it's a little far-fetched, but I don't think it's like too insane. My main issue comes in the third act where we see like the demon's just dumb as fuck. Yeah. Like, so it's already made it very clear that the demon can kill them and it's just choosing not to fuck with them. And before this, they have a bunch of the same Nicholas necklaces or whatever that helped at the start, like midway through the movie. They have like 100 of them all over the car. And so I was like, all right, so the reason he can't get them is because of the necklaces. Well, fuck no, because as they're driving to the church, he rips open the door at the back, the doors at the back of the van, and like literally rips the necklaces out.
He force pulls them. Like
he force pulls them. So then now the necklaces aren't there. So I was like, oh fuck, he can just kill them. They're cooked.
Yeah,
but what does he do? No, he doesn't do that.
Tyler also has one.
Yeah, Tyler.
And he's like doing this. He's like doing the basic.
And it does not. He just snaps his hand or some shit.
And then the demon just flies him out of the car.
Yeah, so clearly didn't. I just have no idea what the point of like all that was.
Yeah.
And then it's like, Tyler is out of the van. Maddie is driving the van, and she is right there at the church, about to be there. And I was like, oh, she's dead. Because if the demon's toying with her, fine. But at this point, it's like, you're right next to the only spot which can like weaken and kill you. Surely you would just end it here. No.
Nope.
Instead, he slow walk aura farms. Like he's still fucking with her, kind of. And then like loses. I mean, that's all I can say. Like he gets fucked. She gets the upper hand.
She like slams on the brakes. He goes flying through the windshield,
which is hilarious because he's teleporting the whole time. But now apparently he can't.
And then she just rams him into a stick.
He rams him into like a Saint Nicholas statue, which is it's fair enough that would be weak.
That makes sense.
But it's just the fact that they even got to that point is ridiculous because we see him like he changes day to night. He puts like a whole thing just in the trailer of dead bodies kind of in their way, like all this shit. Like, bro, surely you've had your fun at this point. Just kill them. They're so close. And it's stupid because obviously he kills Diane because Diane, he's probably thinking like, damn, Diane could get them close. Like, I just have to get her out of the way. That's too big of a risk. But then he just doesn't care.
He got them close himself.
It's so silly that he just doesn't end it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like they end because he makes a stupid decision. Just keep fucking with them.
Which is really
Which is just so stupid.
We just hate a dumb villain like that.
And then in the end, they're stranded. It's like, what are they going to do? But at the start of the movie, literally like 5 minutes, 10 minutes in, we find out that Maddie has a satellite phone and she always keeps it because she doesn't trust that everything will be okay. And in the end, she was right. And Tyler uses a sat phone
but
too.
We never actually see him like grab it or anything.
I don't think
he just conveniently has it.
I feel like one of them would have kept it on their pocket anyway if they're going into the desert.
Yeah.
But I don't really find that too far-fetched. But yeah.
And then that's basically the whole movie.
That's it. I think it's pretty good. The first hour I think is solid. There's some good jump scares and stuff throughout. I think towards the last 30 minutes it gets very.
I think that's a common trend with most horror movies. Is a lot of them get
a 90-minute
very messy.
horror, and it's like the first two acts are fine, and the third act they lose it. I don't think they fully lose it, but I think the story gets a little far-fetched. But I think it's just the fact that like the whole motivations for like. What like the demon would be doing. It's like, what are you like? What is the thought process?
Yeah, exactly.
You're literally letting them get to the area, and they make it like clear. If they hadn't shown Diane dying, maybe I would be more like, or maybe he just can't get to them. But like they make it so clear that he literally, if he wants to, can just rip their head off.
Yeah, which is dumb because like as Diane says, if you don't stop anywhere, you'll be safe.
And it's not even like with Diane. It's not even like he haunts her a bit and then like has to weaken her. He literally just spawns in the backseat and rips her head off. He's like, fuck.
He doesn't like. We don't see you would think we would see like the scratches on her car or something to prove that she was like latched on as well.
Yeah,
but
it's more of like it's more of like he can do it if he wants to, but he just has this code that he kind of follows. Like just to like he has a way he likes to do things and they know it, which is fine. But like then if you're gonna say that, then
have him stick to the code.
You kind of have an issue of like your characters. Your villain is like insanely overpowered because he can just rip their head off, and then you're just they nerfed him basically by just making him not do it. But yeah, and I mean as far as the demon goes, like. Fine. I mean, he's just a guy with long hair and a creepy face. Like you couldn't come up with something more generic.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the overall design wasn't very scary.
It's fine. It's just yeah.
But yeah,
so yeah, that's basically it. It's a pretty like average. What I was expecting, like an average, more good than bad, but like average.
That's
and I'll say this real quick. So the dilemma I was talking about is obviously Maddie wants to kind of stay in one spot. We find out that she's been kind of going in foster homes her whole life. So with her, she just wants to have like a secure like home in one place. Tyler's kind of the opposite, where he wants to be like moving around, traveling all the time and stuff in the van. And they kind of have this moment where there's a moment just before Tyler finds out about the demon where they're actually having a conversation about it. And I was like, oh, interesting. I want to see like how they handle the situation. And the answer is they don't. That's the last time they talk about it. And just as they're getting to the juicy moment, at all. Just as they're getting to the juicy moment of like, oh, how are they going to resolve this? The demon just starts like, the demon's like, I've had enough. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm trying to kill you. Pay attention. And then he just starts taking over and starts like, and it's never mentioned again. Like at the end, you kind of get this hint of like, Maddie grabs like the engagement ring and she puts it back on her finger. And it's kind of a thing of like, why are we arguing about this? Like our lives are more important than this decision. Like us being together is more important. But to me, that's like kind of a lazy way to just deal with it. Because it's a really interesting dilemma, to be honest. Like, what would you do? They both have really interesting thoughts, and we see this the whole time.
But what we thought was funny is like the fact that like there's no way on planet Earth after what they went through, Tyler would ever want to do what they just did.
Exactly, which is true.
There's just no way. Like,
I agree.
But once again, we'll never know because they took the cop out and just took the easy way.
They took the cop out. That's the easiest way to end it. It's really lazy, but yeah.
Bit disappointed with that, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so we're landing about 6 out of 10. Too bad. And yeah, that'll do it unless you have anything else to add.
No, that's it.
Right. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. It's episode 11.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next episode.
Like and subscribe. The letterbox is on the screen. Check out the TikTok in the description below. And we'll see you guys next episode.